Hello, my dear Libra, and welcome. I am so excited about this reading because we are moving into the new year. 2021 has such a magical new energy to it. You know, we just went through this age of Aquarius and moving with this conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn. So there's really this magic in the air, this transformation that we're all going through. So a lot of the signs so far have been going through that with their readings of just what are we letting go of and letting stay in 2020, and what are we moving forward with in terms of our strategy for the 2021 year, our businesses, our relationships, how are things moving forward? So I'm really excited to dive in. We'll start with the concept of the spread itself. So we have the past here, the mindset, the messages from the spirit realm, your forward movement into the future, the center, of course, and then the Lenormand is read just like a sentence here. So let's start with the beginning, the center, and it's transformation. So I really, really love the colors here. I'm first drawn to the colors, which is the third eye and the crown chakra really open. And again, this idea of magic, you know, she's peering into this crystal or maybe crystal ball, and her hair is just, you know, whimsical and blowing in the wind, and we're surrounded by these magical herbs, and we have this, what's the word I'm looking for here? Give me just a second. Transcendence. There's a transcendence happening within this person here, and you're going to be feeling this too, Libra. So let's move into the past. You've been thinking a lot about your goals. You've been thinking a lot of where you're headed, where you're going. And maybe it's been on hold for a little while because 2020 was quite a year. And so you're ready to really focus on that again. Wow, your mindset is about releasing and healing, going through this transformation. We have this shaman's death. Okay, so we'll come back to that. Your higher knowing here from your higher sources is your allies, who's on your side, what tools do you have in your toolkit, you know, as far as your spiritual tools, your entrepreneurial tools, the goals that you have set forward. How do you support that strategy, right? And you're going to be thinking about that quite often. And it even has, oh, I thought that was the number 20. I was like, oh, interesting. The year we're leaving behind. Okay, and in your future outcome here is advancement. And this war bonnet indicates that you have all the feathers that is needed to make an entire war bonnet, which is massive. I mean, that's like no longer being a child and having all of those honorable instances to get a feather, and then you are able to create a war bonnet out of those experiences. Okay, so your goals are coming forward for you, like tenfold, it seems like. Okay, so let's move into the sentence. We have the sun, gorgeous, bright, new energy. The woman, looking back, looking upon that. Then we have the home, the house. We have the man. Wow, so some of you may be in a relationship here. And we have the fox, looking backwards as well. Interesting. What a turn of events, if I may. Okay, so let's dive into what this might mean. We have a dawn of a new day, and the lady here who is reading a book, she has a flower here. She has flowers behind her, very fruitful conditions. Then we have the home. Of course, we've all been in our homes. We have been sort of locked down. We've been in this pandemic energy. So you may be feeling a little bit of that straightening up, I feel, straightening up the home and really analyzing what that means to have that sacred space. Maybe some of you are buying a home with your partners. That could be. And then the fox is again about strategy. So we have goals here, and we have goals being executed in the most fruitful way. So let's go into a little bit of what's going on with you, Libra, sort of internally, if you will, diving into what has been up until now suppressed. Okay, it's time to lead. So your goals have been a little bit on the back burner. You've been feeling a little bit cast aside, perhaps. Your needs going one direction and your wants going another direction, and having that sort of polarity. There's like a distance between you and your goals, and it's been quite frustrating. But we have a crown up on her head here. We have this sort of war bonnet or crown indicated there as well. So I would say it's time to put yourself first. And then at the bottom of the deck here, we have everything in perfect balance. And we have this sort of crown atop her head as well. It's like this auric field. We have a world in her heart space here with a bird flying. So there's a distance here, a vastness here. And you're really tapping into that now. So Libra, let's go into your spirit messages in terms of your goals, in terms of what it is that you're going forward into, which is led by this death card. So just a repeat of the transformation, okay? Nothing to be alarmed about. It's just your mind is thinking again and again about something that needs to be released. And instead, it needs to be replaced with this trust energy. Trust in your ability to lead. That's coming through very strongly because we have lead here, we have lead here. A transformation is happening where the nostalgia is just not quite worth it anymore. And you're looking so much deeper into trusting the universe, trusting yourself. Okay, and then at the bottom here we have ancestors. So you're not alone here, Libra. You have a spirit team behind you as you move forward into this new endeavor. You have ancestors that are here to guide the way, to clear your path. And I think that's quite beautiful. Now let's dive deeper into sort of where you're headed, that future mark, where you're going. And what the spirit messages are for that journey. What spirit, there we go, thank you. Wow, I believe Leo just got this as well. Okay, you're ready for ease, you're ready for flow, you're ready for this blissful energy to take over. And again, we have the sun, and the sun is here. We have this purple blossoming energy here. And it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, and it speaks wonders. You know, the giraffes didn't get made the way that they were just by, you know, eating the grass. They got to where they are now, and they have stretched themselves. They have tested their limits, and now they are able to easefully and easily eat what they need to eat without relying on anyone but themselves. And I feel that that's going to be very beneficial for you. Then we have fulfillment here. So again, this full moon is here, and we do have a full moon this week. It is called the full cold moon in Cancer, which I think is very beautiful. And this is about fulfillment. It's about those warm and fuzzy feelings. It's about trusting the universe and, you know, believing in magic. It's about trusting that your desires will be manifested and that you're able to move forward with a sense of security and safety. Okay. Now, what parts of Libra are going to be expressed at this time? What is Libra needing to express outwardly to make this an easy transition? Wow, we have love here. I believe it was either Gemini or Capricorn who had this exact same card in the same place. So it might be something worth looking at, especially if that's your sun or moon sign, or if that is your partner sign, because we have the male and the female here. A very, very beautiful duality. And then we have love here as well. So some of you may be in a relationship, you may be looking for love, you may be strategizing about love. Love might be the goal that you're looking for. So if that's the case, then the universe is recognizing that. And it says here, listen to your heart, embrace what makes you happy. There are 1 million reasons to love. And I think that's really beautiful. So it's an aspect of you, it's a part of yourself moving forward here and showing you the way forward. And at the bottom of the deck here, we have friendship. Okay. Be with the ones who make you shine, who love you and really care. Keep those and let the others go. Wow. Very predominant message there. Because we have this sun shining energy, but we have this transformation. We have a releasing that's going on, strategizing that's happening. So let's see, what is the momentum for you, Libra? What is really guiding our Libras forward? What's their momentum? A hearth fire. Okay, so another friendship card. This is about community, a gathering together, a sharing of ideas, a celebration with people. And that's something that I think all of us are missing right now. So this is something that may be coming back very soon. You know, the ability to do this, the ability to celebrate. And, you know, there's always Zoom calls, Skype calls, things like that, that are ways to still celebrate each other and to celebrate friendship. Okay, but that's driving you forward. That's something that you really want, is to be celebrated with your friends, your family. You know, it's sort of that raising a glass. And now we have the Ace of Vessels, so the Ace of Cups, which is the water of life. And this is an overflow of emotional fulfillment. So fulfillment is coming through a lot. This is about emotion. Sometimes relationships come forward here. So you all are looking very much into becoming more fulfilled in a relationship standpoint, or in your career as well, wanting to have that stability. So now we have a 10 of Stones, the 10 of Pentacles, which is that completion. On the traditional tarot, there's a rainbow here and a family standing, you know, so we have a multiple repeat of home. Okay, so a beautiful structure, a stability here, a feeling of security, a safety net, maybe. So some of you may be looking to save some money up. So this is really driving you, this feeling of safety, this feeling of a home, to maybe have people over, to be able to host family dinners, things like that. We're also just getting through the holidays, so maybe that's calling to you as well. Or perhaps something happened over the holidays that had you kind of reflecting on that. Maybe wishing that somebody reacted one way and did not react correctly, or something to that nature. Then we have this 9 here. This is the aspect of you that's coming forward. And this is going to go here with this shaman's death, and then with this transformation, right, mixed in here with this hearth fire. So this card, what it represents here is the wound is where the light gets in. And I think that that's very predominant now, more than any other time that, you know, this earth has been spinning, because we're all really feeling kind of this loneliness here. And again, these are going to be right next to each other. And I said already, you know, you have your wants, and then you have your needs, and then you have what can happen and what maybe doesn't feel so reachable. So your goals may be community oriented. Let's see the other aspect of you. Wow, a very, very fiery. Looks like we have a 7 here. Yes. So this is a fiery beginning for you. Spreading your wings, again, strategizing. This third eye is open. There's a mask on, but it's the mask of an eagle, which to me is always about being a messenger for the spirit realm as well. So we'll come back to that, because I love that there's just this burst of fire here. Okay, there's a couple others standing straight up here. We're going to pull. Oh, goodness. Okay, so we have a couple here to go over that will be just part of the bottom of the deck. We have union here, or I'm sorry, self. So this is self-mastery. This is finding that fire in your belly, bringing it up to your heart, and then up through the crown, and letting it burst out of you, radiate out of you. So you're practicing this fiery expression here. And I think this is really lovely. There's, you know, these dragons wrapped around her, kind of like the DNA snake that we see sometimes. So there's a balance happening within you. And I'm going to go ahead and place that on top there. Then we have the Counselor, a watery energy. And these are just bonus cards that I felt called to. I love the whales here. The whales are about records. The whales are about an ancient knowledge and ancient knowing. So some of you may be looking towards some sort of a coach. You may be looking at some sort of a counselor, especially if you're in a relationship that just seems a little bit turbulent right now. Sometimes it just makes sense to have a mutual, somebody to go and see, somebody to go and talk to just talk about what's going on, talk about the love relationship, or, you know, what it is you're going through, how you want to advance, how you see yourself moving forward, and what those goals are, and how that can be propelled forward. And that leads you to this balance here of masculine and feminine, which really, Libra, is an explanation of you and who you are as a person, right? You are the balancing act. You are the glue that holds people together. And I think that's something that's very stunning, and it's going to come in handy for you right now because you are perfecting that. Okay, let's see here. What is going to be guiding Libra towards their higher sources? What is the higher source that's going to help them connect? Okay, keeping still. So you're going to be practicing some containment here. It says meditation, self-renewal, composure, detachment, self-acceptance, equanimity, and serenity. Okay, so a little quiet space within your home perhaps, because we do have the home here, where you can allow yourself to flow emotionally, where it's not so much about everyone else coming over, or it's not about so much everybody else being comfortable. This is about you focusing on you. And I really love the similarities here. You know, here we have a lot more color, but here is this still containment and this soft gaze inward and going farther into what really makes you you. We're all really going through this deep dive, right? And 2020, as we all got locked down and left home, we were able to really think of what matters. What is most important to me? So you're going to be continuing on with that. And it's going to be a very quiet knowing. Then we have at the bottom here, great power. So you're going to be energizing yourself. You're going to be renewing yourself in a way that's brand new. And it says strength of character, authority, dignity, influence, self-confidence, leadership, peak conditions, and potency. Wow. So a balancing here, a higher knowledge here. I feel like ancestors coming through here, which we have here as well. Two very different decks, two very different approaches, but I like the energy being similar here. You know, it's kind of like that soft smile, looking down at you and just being like, you know, this is just such a playful energy here. And you're working on your self-acceptance. You're working on how far you've come and really seeing that for what it is, which is something worth celebrating. Maybe this is here to say you're needing to celebrate yourself. You're needing to celebrate how far you've come on this transformation. And now we'll get some animals. What animals are going to be assisting Libra now? The hawk, which is a messenger spirit. So a beautiful, beautiful reminder here of those ancestors again. The hawk is a bird that flies very low. Therefore, they're here to lead, and they're here to show you the way, to sort of clear the path before you and make it an easier path forward. And then we have the snake here, which is about transmutation, leaving behind the dead things that no longer serve us, you know, birthing into this new dawn, this new age, feeling this transformation, and getting really excited about it as well. I mean, it's something that's very much worth celebrating. And at the bottom here, we have the dog, which is a loyalty, about self-acceptance, because I do feel this is very much for you. I know some of you may be in a relationship and maybe loyalty is coming up somehow there. Same with this duality, this balance. And then the fire here, we have fire and water and they're kind of coming together. We had a couple of those coming together to express sort of that yin and yang type energy. But I think the most important thing is that you're loyal to yourself. You are pursuing goals that speak to your personal uplifting, to your personal path forward. I mean, there's just something very predominant about your future being in your hands. It's something that's exciting to you, but I don't feel that you have been really communicating those wants, those needs as to where you're headed, where you're going. And it may, for some of you, be some sort of a course or some sort of schooling, because we have the book here at the bottom of the deck. So we have this sort of pull towards this understanding of who's on our side, what it really means to have a structure at home, stability, an understanding of overflow and fulfillment, what that fulfillment really and truly looks like and feels like. We have a beautiful intention here moving forward. And you're also declaring, I'll show you the bottom of this deck as well. You're declaring your viewpoints and opinions. And you're saying, this is what I see fit for me. This is what I think I should do to propel myself forward. These are the goals that are in my mind, in my heart, and in my desire. And my desire isn't something, because I feel that there's somehow, some way that some of you are looking at your desires and you're just thinking, okay, maybe in some other dimension, you know, maybe in another lifetime, I'll be able to do that. I'll be able to fulfill that goal, fulfill that dream. But the universe is reminding you that you are this beautiful leader. You are moving forward with this advancement that is a force to be reckoned with. And you all are a balanced sign. You are the leaders of balance. And you have this love for others, this compassion for others, that you want to lead with love and unity and respect and integrity. Those are aspects of you. So perhaps there's a little aspect of being a little too soft and needing to realize who's on your side, who's going to be behind you if you choose these goals, you know, because I feel that there's a choice here that brings fulfillment back in. Right? This was on the bottom of the deck here. We have fulfillment that goes with thriving. Again, a force to be reckoned with, right? Someone who has maximum energy, who's been doing their meditation work, who's been, you know, getting good amounts of rest and presenting themselves authentically. All of that comes together with also the strengths of a transformation, right? Because the shaman's death, a lot of people will say, you know, I'm going on a shaman's journey. Okay, but that is actually incorrect, because shamans have to have faced death or experienced death and then come back or have been revived in some way or another in order to call themselves a shaman. So this is somebody who has experienced a deep, dark night of the soul, which could be you, Libra. A lot of us go through sort of this dark emotional time. And, you know, of course, 2020 has given us that. But the important piece of the puzzle is that we don't stay here where, you know, our heart is aching, you know, and we're reflecting upwards into the cosmos and being like, why did this happen? Or, you know, any thoughts of, this card to me is that the wound is where the light gets in. And pain breeds beautiful people. And that you have advanced so far because there's been so many times that you could have chosen the wrong path, or you could have gone the easy route, and you didn't. You didn't take the easy way. You decided to have integrity. You decided to dig your heels into the ground. You decided to say no. That's not the way I want to move forward. I want to move forward with this perfect, balance. And that is you as a sign, as a zodiac sign. So bringing in this transformation, studying your transformation, studying your shaman's journey is perhaps calling to you, because we do have this book here, which is saying you're looking at your transformation with a sense of wonderment, right? Without this fear of judging yourself, or, saying, I've shed my skin, so now I'm an ugly snake. They don't think that way. It's like, wow, that feels really good to be rid of that sort of scab type energy, and it doesn't matter what it is you're releasing. It could be a myriad of different things, but you're going to be looking at it with a transformative outlook, an outlook that is cosmic, and it's deeper than just face value. It's farther upward and onward and into that spirit realm, into this overflow of, prosperity and that feeling of being in bliss. And all of it really reminds me a lot of the Akashic records, or the Akashic realm. And a lot of things remind me of the Akashic realm nowadays, because I took the course for the Akashic records certification and I absolutely fell in love. It is so near and dear to my heart, because I feel that we can venture and journey into that other world, that other side, beyond the veil, the spirit realms. And we can explore that and have a unique experience of what it's like to have ultimate feelings of thriving, ultimate feelings of getting messages from our guides and our ancestors, for that matter, because you have ancestors here as well that are calling to you, that have been calling to you, and we have this beautiful strength here that lies within you, that is this balance, this yin and yang. And then we see it again here. So you are finding unity within yourself. It could be within the masculine and feminine, concepts of you. It's something that you are strategizing, that you are looking at with fresh eyes, sort of this crystal ball, gazing into the unknown, seeing how far you've come and celebrating that. So going beyond the veil, seeing your spirit guides and seeing your ancestors really proud of you for how far you've come, it really creates this feeling here. It's a place where the global meditations are taking place, going and accessing that either within Akashic Records meditation on YouTube. It's just very high vibrational, so you'll feel a lot of those gigahertz that people use in the music to really propel that forward. And then you're going to get those messages here from the universe, from your guides, from your ancestors, about how to move forward into your goals, how to move forward with that leadership role that you are taking on. So if you're feeling called to that, you're feeling called to move into that next step of your awakening journey, your shaman's journey, your transformation journey, just reach out to me. Everything will be in the description box that you need in order to really view this transition the way that is going to turn you into a leader. I really feel that for you, because we have this great power here, which I'll read again. It says, strength of character, authority, dignity, influence, self-confidence, leadership, peak conditions, and potency. Wow, I love that word potent. It's your energy field. It's who you are as a person. It's so powerful. It's so potent. It's so grand. And it's time, Libra, that you take that bull by the horns, that you visit those ancestors and see the pride on their face. So we have here, the bottom of the deck is self-acceptance. Again, seeing how far you've come and feeling that pride within yourself. I've come so far. I've done so much. Do I still have a way to go? Sure. Yeah, there's a way to go. I'm not there yet. My goals are still goals, but that's okay, because I'm creating the solid foundation. I am leading with the experience that I have. I'm moving forward with as much emotional fulfillment as I can muster so that my ability to manifest is in peak conditions. And this is all about those peak conditions. You know, you need to gather your strength. You need to gather your war bonnet, if you will. So let me know, you all, if you're called to a personal reading of any kind. We can dive into what these goals are, what it is you're manifesting, what it is that you're letting go of, as well as this is a general reading. A personal reading will dive deeper into what the heart is going through, you know, what is going on with the shaman's death and what it is that you're transforming out of and what it is that you are leading into with this new section, with this new era that 2021 has. So I'm going to try and do these every single week. So please do like and subscribe and come back next week. We will dive deeper into the new year. We'll dive deeper into where you're headed, where you're going. Check out the description box. I have a lot of details in there, ways to get a hold of me, work with me one-on-one, hang out with me in my Facebook group if you'd like to. Lots and lots of ways to connect if you feel called to me, my energy, and this reading. Of course, let me know in the comments. I love hearing that you all resonate with this message, and I will see you all next week. Bye.